Beckett. Enfys Nest has been a constant irritation forever. I love that. That's what Dryden Voss says about her. This is only one Kenobi, only one. I'm really sorry it's been a bit of a while. I did promise I'd review this a while ago. And here it is now. So I'm going to open this and show you it. But before I do that, I've got a big thing I want to talk about with regards to this figure and cardback, which is the cardback itself. So I'm going to open it and review it. Stay tuned. The image. Now, there is the image that you got. I've grown to like it, but to be honest with you, I've never really been happy with that, I'm afraid, because I just think that that is, for me, the definitive image of Enfys Nest. What a great looking character she was. We all thought it was a he. It's obviously from the trailer, you know it's like obviously a bounty hunter or a warlord. She looks like a warlord. Someone actually quite dangerous. I knew there'd be trouble in the film, but anyway, so great, the Marauders or whatever they're called, the Great Pirates or whatever they are, the start of the Rebel Alliance, it transpired. But anyway, the image that they chose, and the reason for it is, you know, they obviously didn't choose it. They didn't choose what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I don't know if you agree with me, but I just think that on a cardback would have been, you know, awesome. And anyway, that's what they did choose. But in fairness to Hasbro, it's probably because they can only deal with what they're given by Lucasfilm themselves. So because they've obviously been, and this is their fault because they're in such a rush to get, you know, the newest stuff out there. In that rush, if things go to press, and that's all that they were given by Lucasfilm, that's what they can put on a cardback. For example, right, the image of Enfys Nest, I think, is rubbish. But this is a nice image. I mean, look at that image there of Cody. When I think of Cody and Revenge of the Sith, I think of the Purge. And I'm so glad that Hasbro gave us and chose that card back, because it just says Commander Cody. That is his most significant scene. It's one of the most significant scenes in the whole saga because it's the start of the Emperor's Purge. Brilliant. That's a great choice of card back. You get like, I mean, I just randomly picked some stuff off the wall just to show you and explain my thoughts on this. But this one of Kit Fisto, for example, that's another great image, but that's like one of the best, most iconic scenes in Attack of the Clones, when he force pushes 3PO. Then, as far as other images are concerned in the vintage collection, you get, you know, stock photographs that were taken on the scene, probably by a photographer in between shots or just posed or whatever. Who knows? Like that one is a great image. That's a great publicity shot of Darth Maul. And then, you know, I don't know, going back to this one here. Oh no, hang on, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? Sorry, Chewbacca. That is just the definitive Chewbacca shot that we know and love, and it's just because it's been in the public domain for a long time. But you can associate it with the scene. This one here just looks like it's from some sort of computer game. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's a good image. But hey, you know, the figure's probably nice and stuff, but wasted opportunity, man. And it's probably because they couldn't help it. They probably had to give us that image because they had no other image in the archive. Anyway, that's my little thoughts on that. Let's open it. See you in a moment. So just before I open it, let's have a good look at the front of this card back. And despite what I was saying before, it is a nice card. And she looks great in the bubble. Although, stay tuned, she's coming out. This one's getting opened. So you'll see her loose. And as you can see in the bubble, she is soft goods. Soft goods cape, robe, whatever you want to call it there. Which is nice, I like that. And they've done it again, Disney Lucasfilm. They've given us a brand new character that's warmly familiar. That's what I always said about The Force Awakens. It was new, it felt so new, but it was so familiar. All the atmosphere, the environments, the characters. This character here just speaks Star Wars. It screeches out Star Wars. That's because of the Boba Fett style, maybe a little bit of Revan in there. And you know she's a badass, you know. You don't even know she's a she when you first watch it. I thought it was going to be a fella. But no, it's a girl. In fact, she could potentially go on my top list of favourite female characters now. Even though she doesn't say very much in the film. She's still a pretty cool character. And looks good and fights hard. And that's it really. I quite like the way it looks. If I was to do a list of female characters, top favourites, she'd be on there, I reckon. Certainly on a vintage card. I might do a list like that soon, actually. Favourite female characters in the VC. Well, enough talk. Let's get her open. So check her out. I got her in this pose. I quite like it. She's going to look right at the camera. No. So yeah, she looks great and she's articulated, so it just helps you get these great poses. That's That's the beauty, as we all know, of fully articulated figures. So she's great, and as you might have seen, the inside of the cape is a nice light brown colour, the outside is black. And the accessories, I couldn't work out what they all meant. I actually thought you get 2 of these and 2 of them, and I thought that fitted onto that, but it doesn't. It's to give you the displayability option. I've just got alternate ones now. That's the fan thing closed, and that's when it's open. So I've got one closed and one open because I thought that one's better closed so she can hold on to the lance. You can't have everything on together, so you have that power to choose how you want to display her. You can have both fans on, open if you want, or both closed. It's up to you. So that's all I really want to say about her. She's great. I'll run through some articulation in a minute, but I just want to talk about the fact that the helmet, I knew this, I was going to say this earlier, is not removable, which makes sense really, because underneath that helmet, as I said earlier, she is a female, it's a girl under there, quite a young girl, with quite large hair in real life, and that reminds me of this character here. You see this figure here? One of the best female figures you're ever going to get, actually, but she's got swappable head ability, because you've got the choice to display her with the helmet on or off. And obviously when she's got her helmet off, she's got a lot of hair under there, but given the fact that she's a figure, it's plastic hair and it will not scrunch like it would in real life under a helmet. As is the same with this young lady here. Underneath that helmet she's got quite big frizzy hair, and yeah, you'd have to have a swappable head with a realistic version of the actress who played her, who's really good, by the way. I've forgotten her name, excuse the lack of research there. And that's all I really want to say. Do I really want to run through articulation? I find that so boring. But yeah, it's all fully articulated. Swivel, wrists, elbows, joints, the works, and ball jointed head. I don't really want to say any more. Please don't be disappointed if you want a full rundown on articulation if you've jumped on this video for a review. Let's go through some things now, then oh, go on then, I'll do it for you. Yeah, so there you go. Ball jointed, and what we got there, crunch on the ab. Oh my God, I can't even see what I'm filming. There you go. And get rid of that there. Ball jointed knees, ball jointed ankles. Let's get rid of the accessories there. You must excuse me. Oh gee. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, I can see what I'm filming now. There you go. Yeah, just the usual stuff. I love the bones and the texture on the front there. As I said, she's like some sort of, I don't know, savage, you know. She's awesome looking. Yeah, and is there a hinge on the wrist? Doesn't seem to be. No. Anyway, let's get rid of that accessory as well. So yeah, go and get her. I think you're going to get her at a good price at the time of making this film. The year is 2018. She's only just come out. Who knows what the future holds for her? Will all these figures jump up massively in value, or will they stay still? Who knows? I think she's only 1 per pack anyway. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.